If you take a roof, windows, appliances, furnace, air conditioner, hot water tank, you add up all those major expenses that happen in a home. So if you're a homeowner, you can open up one of these compartments for your money. And if you put $250 a month into this bucket over a 20-year period of time, you always put 250 bucks in that bucket, you'll always be able to replace your roof, your windows, your furnace. You'll have the cash in there. Now, granted, early on, things may happen faster, and so may not be exactly in that timing, but you will become your own bank and compartmentalize your money. And what this does is it stabilizes your cash outflow. So you're not going to debt to have to actually create your financial stability. Everybody, what is going on? We are going to talk today about how you can take 5 different ways to boost your cash flows. Are you ready? I'm going to take this little snippet from a seminar that I taught the other day. So I'm going to share my screen. And before I do, don't forget to hit that subscribe, like, and notification bell. Why? Because we are going to get you to a life that you absolutely love because you deserve it. So let me share my screen here. And we are going to talk about these different ways to do this. So number 1, this goes to... this is a piece from my book, Awaken Your Wealth, which you could go to awakenyourwealthbook.com if you wanted to. I give my book away for free. You just have to pay for your own shipping. And I have a workbook and a mini course, an online course if you want to go deeper. But this is a snippet from my book. And we'll put the link below for the book. But first thing is reduce your automatic credit card billings. What does that mean? Meaning, I find that we all have an awful lot of financial chaos going on by having so many credit card lines, so many debt lines, and it's always like we're throwing it all around. So if you reduce your automatic credit card billings, one of the ways is not only reduce the number of cards that you have, but also reduce those things that go on those credit cards automatically monthly. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like it took me forever to get this one $7 charge that I signed up for somebody's service 4 years ago. I've tried with PayPal like 7 times to get it off. And I finally was able to get it off. But it's like, what do you have automatically billed to your credit cards that maybe don't serve you today? And what I want you to do is, as you start to do what I call find newfound money, which I have a whole other different video on newfound money, which I will include in the links below as well. And then I also have a blog on that. I'll put that link there as well to help you dive a little bit deeper. But when you add these up, let's say there's $7 here, there's $20 there, and there's 15 bucks there. I don't know. At the end of the day, you might wind up with $50 to $100 that's automatically being billed to your credit card that you don't really desire today, or maybe fix that cell phone bill that is billed on your credit card every month, that maybe you want to reduce that packaging because they're always redoing packaging all the time. So that is the first way that you can boost your cash flow. Now, I'm going to give you a little warning here. What a lot of people do is they just absorb that into their spending. And I want you to be super conscious and take financial intention with whatever it is that we boost your cash flow with here. Because this is not just about getting like a get out of jail free card. This is about doing a financial pivot to where it is that you want to go. Okay. And let's take a look at the second one here to boost your cash flows. The second one is I want you to find creative solutions to reduce your rent or your mortgage expenses. Now, people will be like, well, interest rates just went up, Jewel, and my interest rate is lower. Here's the thing. I had someone who really wanted to change their career as a client. And she didn't really know how to do it because she had a 3-bedroom condo here in the city and she lived here in the city. And we were brainstorming ideas one day. And I said, well, is there a reason why selling your condo is one of the options. Move into a smaller place instead of a 3 bedroom by yourself. Go down to a 1 bedroom or a studio. You could do that. That is an option, right? But I asked her, what happened in your body as I was telling you that you like shrink where you live? And she's like, well, I don't like that at all. It's like, well, don't do anything to boost your cash flow that makes your physical body contract or gives you the icky feelings. Why? Because it's not something that's going to be good for you long run. You're going to jump into a suffering pattern there if you do that. It's super important for you to actually stay in a place of empowerment by choosing the option that feels neutral or good to you in your physical body, even though your brain might be telling you something else. So the solution we came up to with her condo is that she actually found 2 renters for the other 2 bedrooms. And she actually wound up only spending $250 a month out of her own pocket to live in her own condo. So somebody else was paying down the principal, and she rented those 2 rooms out. And now it's years later, and she had a 6 year period of time where she rented those rooms out, and she still has the same place. It's actually almost paid off now because she kept it, and she was continuing to hit those goals and desires of what she wanted. And she shifted her career to starting her own business and living a life that she loves. So there are ways to do this. I myself, with the pandemic, I ran my business out of 2 commercial units, and they could also be zoned as residential. So with the pandemic and people starting to work from home more a couple of years later, I decided, you know what, I'm going to rent that one out. And all those years that I've rented it over the last 19 years, that money has been going towards the principal. And it's like, well, just rent it out to somebody else and we're good to go. So those are all things to think about, that how can this help you hit your goals? And sometimes it takes some out of the box solutions. So don't think it has to just be one way or the highway. So let's take a look at number 3. Number 3 is compartmentalize your money. What do I mean by that? So I'm always talking about these online savings accounts. I'll also share the link about short term, midterm, and long term planning. Um, I have a video on that too. So, what I talk about is that you have your financial past while living in the present moment and planning for the future all at the same time. And so that's one set of components, because your past is are your debts. And then in the present moment, which I will include a debt worksheet, as well as I will have a cash flow worksheet link as well. And you can grab those to help you work through some of those things in your financial past, from the debt, your cash flows in the present moment, and then your future, which is short term, midterm, and long term planning. If you start to compartmentalize your money, it helps you to boost your cash flows, because you start to realize, going, even in your short term bucket, if you have different goals, you may want to choose to open like one of those online savings accounts that every country has around the world, that you can name your financial intention. I have 8 of these buckets myself. It could be for my real estate taxes, vacations, my Christmas fund, emergency reserves, taxes. I have all these different buckets for different purpose. I have a house maintenance fund. How many of you guys didn't realize that if you were to replace and this is for the standard person, you may have higher tastes or lower, abilities to pay, but if you take a roof, windows, appliances, furnace, air conditioner, hot water tank, you add up all those major expenses that happen in a home. So if you're a homeowner, you can open up one of these compartments for your money. And if you put $250 a month into this bucket over a 20-year period of time, you always put 250 bucks in that bucket, you'll always be able to replace your roof, your windows, your furnace. You'll have the cash in there. Now, granted, early on, things may happen faster, and so may not be exactly in that timing, but you will become your own bank and compartmentalize your money. And what this does is it stabilizes your cash outflow. So you're not going to debt to have to actually create your financial stability. So this is another way you can boost your cash flow. All right, let's go to number 4. You can increase your deductible. So on your car insurance, as an example, or your homeowner's insurance, you can choose different levels of a deductible. A lot of times they sell it with a $250 or $500 deductible, and that may be appropriate for you. But it may also not be appropriate for you because you've now built up $2,000 or more in a savings account and you no longer need the insurance. Because what is the definition of insurance? Insurance is about the fact that I have a gap in my world and I want somebody else to fill that hole for me, and I'm going to pay an insurance company to do that. But when you become your own bank and you become your own insurance company because you've built up your own personal insulation, you should go back and look at what are my deductibles on my car insurance? What are the deductibles on my homeowner's insurance? And then when you have premium savings, so if your premium dollars, you save, $40 a month, and you say, that's amazing. Okay, so now we're adding that up and saying, now I have from, my savings on my automatic bills, that was $50, and I saved $40 on this. All of a sudden, now you have $90 a month that you can intentionally align to somewhere else. So let's go to number 5 in terms of boosting your cash flow. So, number 5 is set an amount for your weekly pocket money and always pay cash. How does this boost your cash flow? Well, you don't create debt on your credit card. It's funny. Some people will tell me because they're so stuck in their stuff, they're like, why would I carry cash? And I'm like, I don't know, because you would hand over $100 bill very differently than sliding a credit card for $100. And so if you're really trying to boost your cash flow, decide what's that amount of money you want to spend every week and take it out once a week in cash, or have a separate account that has a separate debit card that you only transfer this amount a month or week over. And when it's gone, it's gone. You're putting your own controls and your own constraints based on being in a place of empowerment of what you want to spend. And that will help you get more to a life that you absolutely love. Well, thanks for joining me today. And I hope those 5 things to boost your cash flow help you get to a better life of one that you absolutely love. And don't forget, you have to shift it to fund your financial intentions once you boost the cash flow. Thanks, everybody.